It's me, Bicycle 79. Game. A bunch of PS1 games. I can just walk in and out of thrift store. Hello gamers, it's me, Bicycle 79. It's my show. Glad to be back, man. Hello gamers, it's me, Bicycle 79. It's my show. Glad to be back to do another video. In this video, I wanted to showcase my Sega Genesis / Mega Drive collection. I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to see it up close. Like I was saying, I've been doing a breakdown of my collection by each console and trying to go by each generation and stuff like that. So yeah, let me go ahead and show you what I got. First game I got is Sketching. Next game is Triple Play 96. Next game is Hockey 93. Next game is Bill Walsh College Football. Next game is NHL 95. We're going NBA Live 95. NBA Live 96. NBA Live 98. And NBA Live 97. All right, next we have NBA Jam. Really awesome title here. Looks like Deion Sanders Prime Time. Hope you guys can see this. Jeopardy. I picked that up a while back. $2. I remember getting that. And we got Troy Aikman Football. Cliffhanger. Got Roger Clemens MVP Baseball. Let's see, RBI Baseball 4. X-Men Montana Football 94. Let's see, Davis Cup Tennis. And next we got Jam It. Now, if you notice, I got a lot of sports titles. It's because when I originally got the Sega Genesis, it's because I got them in bundled. And so a lot of those titles, probably about 20 something out of those is just games or sports titles. And the seller of it, he basically was up front. He was like, man, really, he just gave me the Sega Genesis. I think he gave it to me for like $25. It was in box, but the box was so ratty that I ended up getting rid of it. I think I got it like 2011 or 2012. It had to be 2011 or something like that. I can't recall. But yeah, so that's why I got a lot of sports titles. But start to move more towards the titles that I like out of my collection. I did like the NBA Jam. That's one of my favorites. Now I do have NBA TE or Tournament Edition. What's this? Sports Talk Baseball. World Series Baseball. And Vander Holyfield. This is where I actually start to get into titles that I like. Tecmo Super Bowl. Game I was talking about today was with some, let's see, Dylan. He actually has a channel called Retro Sunday. You should look it up. He pretty much does nothing but Sega Genesis gameplay, and this dude is like a Sega Genesis fanatic. Once again, his name is Retro Sunday. He was talking about this game. Well, actually, he was showing this game today. It's called Green Dog, the Beach Surfer Dude. This is a really, really awesome side scroller. I would definitely recommend picking this up if you haven't played this. It's got great soundtrack, great gameplay, atmospheric type game. Sorry guys, my words is just tangled up in my tongue today. But this is a really, really awesome title, so I would suggest you check it out. I only got the cart, but still love it anyway. Next game is the original Mortal Kombat. And if you don't know the history with the original Mortal Kombat that got ported, well, this is not even actually a port. The Super Nintendo version is more of a port, and visually or graphic wise, the Super Nintendo version looks better, but the difference is you were able to put in the blood cheat code at the beginning on the Sega Genesis version because it had the blood, and Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo had the sweat. So it allowed you to actually do the fatalities where Scorpion would rip your head out with the spinal cord or with the vertebrae sticking out and stuff like that, and Scorpion can do the flame and all kinds of crazy fatalities. So the popularity actually grew for the Sega Genesis over the Super Nintendo. So the second time around when Mortal Kombat 2 came out, Super Nintendo learned their lesson. They still had their graphics up. It was a nice port. But this time around, or the second time around, they used the blood. So this one is still more popular to me, in my own opinion, just because of the blood aspect, because this was one of the first games to do that. And as you can see, this was before they started putting the game ratings on and stuff, like for everyone, mature and all that other stuff. One of my favorite titles, and I need to get this complete in box, and it's all scratched up, so I'll just show the spine. And that's Strider. Definitely one of my favorite Sega Genesis titles, arcade games. It was a absolute beautiful game. Side scroller wise, as far as the port from the arcade to the actual Sega Genesis worked out really well. How do I describe this game? It's a side scroller single player type game. If you haven't heard of Strider, you need to look it up. If I have time, I'll probably put up some video gameplay of it. That way you can see it. But it's a really, really awesome game. The next game, definitely got to have in your collection, is Aladdin. Next game is Vector Man, another awesome side scroller. You definitely got to pick this up. Vector Man 1 and 2. I've completed this, enjoyed this. I used to play this for countless hours. I would just have music playing in the background. But this is really, really fun. It starts off with some weird year, like 2020 something, I think. I can't even recall. But this is an awesome title. And actually, when I picked this up, I picked it up in really good condition. I think I only paid like $4 for it. But it's definitely one of the best titles, probably in the top 20 as far as the Sega Genesis titles. Next game I got is Mickey Mania. Virtual Fighter 2. Let's see, Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition. If you're a Street Fighter fan, there's no need for you not to skip over this title. This is awesome. I love the Street Fighter 2 series, all in every aspects of it. The different variations that came out, the one for the arcade Sega Genesis, that was ported to other console systems and stuff. I love it. And then I have Sonic Classics, which consists of Sonic 1 and 2, and then Robotnik Egg. It's kind of like a Tetris game, so you got 3 games in one, which is really awesome. This is a really, really great title. Definitely pick that up. Tasmania. Really, really fun game. I love this game. I enjoyed this, and I'm glad to have this in my collection. Then NBA Hang Time. Now let's move over to my box games. All my box Sega Genesis games. First I have is my Sega Genesis cleaning system. You pretty much put it in the slot, and it's supposed to clean out the pins and stuff like that. I picked this up for a few dollars. Complete in box. Got the book. Got everything in it. I didn't think that was too bad. Next game, a must-have for your Sega Genesis, of course, is Sonic 1. Sonic 2 is my favorite, but I definitely love Sonic 1. This is the not for resale, which they say is supposed to have value, but when there's so many to easily have access to, I don't think there really is truly no value except for nostalgia value and just old school feelings of loving to play this damn game and really, really enjoying this. If you never played Sonic, which would be hard for me to imagine, I definitely suggest you pick it up because I have it in all variations. I have it on, let's see, on my 360, on my PS3, on my PlayStation 1, on my PlayStation 2 as a port. I got all kinds of Sega Genesis collections and stuff like that. So definitely pick this up, even if you have to pick it up on your cell phone, which I hate games on a cell phone. But yeah. Next game, I picked this up last year and definitely enjoyed this. The Revenge of Shinobi. Awesome game. I love the Shinobi series. I like the original Shinobi that used to come out on that was originally at the arcades. Definitely one of my favorite series, and I definitely enjoy that. The next game I have is Tuki going 8-bit. I still have it in its plastic. It's not sealed or anything, but it's like a protection cover over the hardcover. But this is a really awesome title. This is actually another side scroller, single player platform type of game that I thoroughly enjoyed. I love the illustration on here and I love the gameplay. The only challenging factor about it is if you die or if you get touched one time, you die. So it really requires a lot of mastery as far as your skills. And pretty much it's like the old school thing of learning all the patterns and things to look out for. You know, there's not a lot of randomness, so pretty much you can pick up the stage after a few times of going through it, but you have to make it in. You have to make it through almost the entirety of the stage. I think there are checkpoints, if I can recall. The game I picked up and I just happened to see it was Bram Stoker's Dracula. This is actually really fun. It reminds me of some cartoonish game that came out on the CDI. I can't recall what the name of it is. Actually, here's a little bit of screenshots on the back. Hopefully you guys can see that. It actually wasn't too bad. I picked it up for a few dollars. It's a classic game that I used to play on the Master System, and I saw it for the Sega Genesis in box, so definitely couldn't reach this. Was Alter Beast. It's got a little bit of water damage to it, so I actually only paid a few dollars for it. Awesome, awesome title, complete in box. I think the book even had a little water damage. No, it actually is in good tech. So that was good to have that back in my collection. Next game, one of my favorites. If not, this is probably my favorite out of the Mortal Kombat series is Mortal Kombat 2. I picked that up in box. I picked that up probably about a year ago. More than that, I think. Next game is Eternal Champions. And I actually have this title on the Sega CD as well, complete. And so I have not played this yet. I think I'm trying to remember if I loaded it up or not. I can't recall. I think I did. Next game I think I got this for like $1 or $2 and got it home and realized as to why it's complete in box, but the slot that's supposed to hold up the book is broken on there. So the book is loose and it's called Pitfall, the Mayan Adventure. Surprising enough, I actually enjoyed this more on the Atari 2600, and I'm actually in the process of looking for an Atari 2600. Had the whole situation happen at a garage sale where a guy said he had one in his basement. He said he had one in his basement or something, or in his attic, because we're down here in Texas. We don't have basements, we have attics. And so he said he was going to look for it, took down my information, never called me back. So anyway, I love the original for the 2600. Awesome title. Another game I used to enjoy, and I actually prefer this on the Super Nintendo, but that's the only version I played. I haven't played this yet, and I've had this for quite some time. Is NFL Quarterback Club. What's awesome about this is you are a quarterback for basically an NFL team. You get to play that quarterback. Just say, for example, like Joe Montana, but you go through kind of like all these obstacles of training and stuff like that, being able to complete passes, throw long yards, pretty much time type events and stuff like that. So yeah, this was really, really fun back in the day. So thoroughly enjoyed that. Next game is X-Men, and I got this at a conference last year, and I actually hung the poster up on my wall at work. And this is a really awesome title. You get to basically switch between all these characters. Don't quote me on this because I am not good with Marvel or none of the Justice League, none of those characters. I know it's hard to believe. Like Iceman, let's see, yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to make an attempt because I see all these characters on here that I know, but their names I don't know. Like Iceman, Nightcrawler, Wolverine. I don't know what to do with the beam in the eyes and stuff. I forgot their names. It's been a long time. I used to watch the cartoon series, and that was years and years ago. I didn't watch it faithfully. I never was into the comics, so that is foreign territory for me. Next game is Mickey Mania. I actually have this one loose, and I have the one complete in box as well. This game is an awesome game, and I never even heard about it. Nobody ever talked to me about it, and I got it complete in box. It's starting to go up in value a little bit, but it's an awesome, awesome title. It's a 2-player side-scroller action suspense kind of beat 'em up, shoot 'em up type game, and that's Gunstar Hero. And I found out about this game through my emulator, my Sega Genesis emulator. I just loaded up a bunch of games, downloaded a bunch of games to my ROMs, and just started playing it. And I just happened to find out about this game, and I thought it was a really, really awesome title. And then I heard a few people talking about it almost the very next day. This is probably one of my best condition in-box games. At the time, I think I paid about $20 for it, and I know it's going up in value, so I'll definitely keep this and enjoy it. Anytime I fire up my Sega Genesis, when I do, this is definitely one of the games I play. Awesome stuff. And here's another copy of Aladdin. I actually have this one complete in box as well. Good stuff. I've beat that game probably about 2 or 3 times. Goes to show how much I love it. Jurassic Park. Really, really awesome title back then. Can't say much for it now. It doesn't quite live up graphic wise. And then something that Ganix 41 and I always talk about, the controls back then and what we were accustomed to versus what we've grown accustomed to now. In comparison, is 2 different things. So yeah, I played this earlier this year, and I played it for a little while, and it was not the same. But I can tell you, back then, I loved it. There may be some people that still love it. A title that I haven't fired up yet, and I can be honest about that, and I paid $1 for it, was Lotus 2. Got this complete in box. Awesome title. At least I think it is from the screenshots. It looks pretty fun. Your typical Outrun, Ridge Racer type of racing game. That usually gets a few spins out of me, and then it goes to the wall of eternity. Next game that I have is RBI Baseball 93. And this is complete in box as well. And last but not least, one of my favorite games is Madden 95. I love this game. I actually have this game. I believe I have this on the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. I started playing Madden when it first came out. I think the first one I actually played was 92. I can't remember. The newer stuff I actually don't play. I just don't care for it. This one actually has a roster in it and the game and everything in it. So yeah, those are all my Sega Genesis titles. I'm hoping to move next to maybe my GameCube or my PlayStation 2. My PlayStation 2, I'm at this point, I'm at almost 200 games. I'm at like 197. Probably the next time that I showcase my collection, as far as breaking it down, it'll probably be up there pretty high. I'll probably be over 200 at that point. But other than that, tell me what you think. Tell me what games stood out to you. Titles that you would recommend adding to my Sega Genesis, because honestly, I don't play it enough just because I didn't grow up with the Sega Genesis. I played only a small handful select of titles that I remember, and the ones that I remember I added, and then along the way I've been adding other games to the collection. But other than that, I'm LifeSpill79, and I'm out.